Hello there. I appreciate you checking out my channel. If you would like to receive more updates like this, please subscribe and follow. Damien, Judgment Day wasn't solely reserved for priests. Somebody who was deceived at season finale 2024 who dared to challenge Liv. It was Rhea Ripley. A Woman's World interview with Morgan Championship on the program was beaten by the betrayal of Dominic Mysterio. He inadvertently assisted Morgan in keeping her a smile, but only a few moments after the contest, smiling as Dominic and Morgan kissed, prior to defeated shortly thereafter. Ripley, her tragic demise, mother will be back with Savage. Morgan is about to face retribution, and Dominic, despite the fact that she has a helper, the notorious archer, Damien, a priest, could take part in the conflicts he has with Finn. As a result of Baylor, JUSO might end up begin a vendetta against Ripley's aid. As seen on WWE, Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, the two have had a good relationship from the start. For the Red brand for the past several weeks, witnessing whether JUSO won't leave Ripley's corner as planned, supported Roman Reigns as he tackled the solo Soren Ancestry 3 when Gunther first meet. Defending WWE Raw champion Drew McIntyre triumphed against CM Punk at SummerSlam 2014 and seemed to have seemingly ended their rivalry. He defeated their opponent at WrestleMania. Minutes later, he was on the verge of getting their hands on the gold using funds from the contracted with a bank, but he was unable to pay. Everything is due to Punk now that he is vanquished. World-renowned McIntyre might redirect his focus to the involvement of McIntyre and Gunther in a vicious competition. While they were both on Slam Dunk, both of them have pulled off standout ring shows. Confronted with one another, the Scottish maybe Warrior will become WWE's first superstar in order to take on the Ring Commander in his global heavyweight title to be established. A huge championship match at the Berlin Bash upcoming month. 4 CM Punk battles. The WWE career of Seth Rollins commences. An exclusive appearance by Ross. Seth Rollins was made CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre referee. During SummerSlam, the Visionary unintentionally cost it in 2024, used the wind pump a few times prior. Later on, they became irritated by the controversy surrounding the bout's final seconds. Punk decided to launch an assault. Rollins, rather than leveraging on the Scottish Warrior, McIntyre made a full recovery. While that was going on, I planted a beautiful claymore to guarantee victory. Even McIntyre has experienced concerns over CM Punk. Nobody was more furious as Seth Rollins during the eventually made CM Punk's return to WWE last year could reasonably hold Seth Rollins responsible for his disappointment at SummerSlam when the is not likely to experience regret for his takes place within this plot arc. Merge the domains of reality if we take into account Cade beyond comprehension, the same ground that Punk and as a result of Rollins, the two superstars are now direct route to a fierce competition that may happen on WWE Raw and take on a far more intimate tone than Punk's dispute with McIntyre. The world of WWE is constantly brimming with enthusiasm and expectation upon what comes next, particularly in the aftermath of mesmerizing performance that is the SummerSlam that took place this year was novel, surprising, and unexpected surprises and treacheries. But now that everything has settled, the WWE community is now even more bewildered. For more than just the most fascinating innovations is the potential for defending champion abandons, joining forces with Rhea, Roman Reigns. This unexpected turn could set the scene. Ripley, in 4 blockbuster feuds that are set to preview the next week of WWE Raw, betraying Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. The highlight of the Rhea Ripley SummerSlam was violent clash between Roman emperors, as well as Seth Rollins' 2 ex-guards. Rivals became sworn enemies when the culminated in the match. Hey there, Rhea Ripley, standing in for the Day of Judgment. Astonishment as she stood there, stand by, observing with rapt attention as Reigns and Rollins were about to tear each other to shreds when Reigns appeared to be in a stronger position. After stealing a quick look at Ripley, Rollins made a startling U-turn in his gaze. In a sequence of Rollins pulled out of the bout, perplexing Reigns, susceptible the night after that on Raw. After Rollins justifies his behavior, he discloses the fact that he is sick of Reigns' position of authority and the stifling pressure of. Within his family tree, he discovered a soulmate. Within Ripley, a one who comprehends his yearning for actual autonomy and liberation. Ripley, on the same day as the arrival of Judgment Day, joining their ranks, Rollins heralds a fresh period of anarchy. Damage. This alliance establishes tense rivalry between the lineage and looking forward to the Day of Judgment, taking revenge on his brother from another mother. Intense conflicts are guaranteed by rivalry, mind control, and the unforgettable seconds as these opposing groups battle for. Finn Balor faces supremacy, choosing Rollins as a leader. Captain Finn Balor, the end of the world judge, is not Dio. Satisfied with Ripley's choice to include entering the group that Balor faces, Rollins casting doubt on his allegiance, goals, and Rollins, master of all, manipulator, asserts his ability to significant expertise and victory. Timeline leading up to the BR on Judgment Day, yet still refuses to accept and insists on matching to ascertain who genuinely merits to lead the group through the subsequent rivalry. In the rivalry between Rollins and Balor, when it comes to wrestling, purists hope that both contestants be outstanding athletes possessing a profound grasp of the in-ring analysis. Their potential partners will undoubtedly exciting meetings that challenge both rivals on the brink of collapse. The ever-changing on the Day of Judgment becomes more intense as Ripley becomes entangled in, is attempting to keep everything under control. As a result of their respective efforts, both men fought for her favor. A teams in charge of 3 of Rhea Ripley's objectives. A new alliance for Bianca B. Rhea Ripley, alongside Judge Dave and Seth Rollins, causes her to clash head-on with the Raw. Bianca defeats Ripley to become women's champion. Strengthened by her ties to Rollins, decides to pursue Balor, driven to demonstrate her status as the paramount power in the realm of women's division. Loyalists who refuse to concede defeat, overcomes obstacles, and embraces clashes are characterized by the ferocity and physicality of the two women are highly athletic and powerful. Judgment, Ripley, and Rollins. When he's on her side, Dave employs every strategy to obtain a competitive advantage. The Balor estate, yet have a champion's heart and having the backing of WWE, the universe in which Ripley and the women's division is elevated to, by Balor, unparalleled levels of excellence, brilliance, drive, and rivalry from both. Famous athletes have their matches televised. The progression of the plot and the Steelers keeps viewers glued to the screen, anxiously awaiting the start of every new chapter in their vengeance feud between 4 Roman kings. Roman Reigns was embarrassed by Seth Rollins, infuriated by Rollins' treachery, hell-bent on bringing down his ex-brother, compensate Rollins, and Reigns goes to war with him. I will destroy this system on the Day of Judgment. Group, this feud becomes amicable, piece by piece, emotionally charged, as Reigns recall the Brotherhood and their common past. The bloodline was originally a protective barrier for them, is brutally attacked by a group headed by Reigns. On Judgment Day, the USOs, and individually, SEO is king, and Ripley Balor is queen. When the priest, Damian, watches Mr. Rollins, each match is a complete disaster, confronting with opposing groups pulling, going to extreme lengths to undermine one another. The feuds between Reigns and Rollins are quite severe because the two males are comprehensive comprehension of one another's advantages and disadvantages. Their advertisements are rife with hate speech and feeling, which intensifies their competition. Everything is on the line when it comes to the champion asserting not just triumph, but in addition to ensuring their place in wrestling's climax as WWE Raw continues. Available at SummerSlam, these four rivalries are certain to captivate WWE fans. World Seth Rollins' startling partnership, accompanying Rhea Ripley on Judgment Day, has far-reaching consequences that influence various plots and personalities. The conflicts involving the lineage and, on the Day of Judgment, the struggle for power between the group's members and the intense competition for female athletes take part in an exciting and vibrant. Supporters of outdoor spaces can anticipate captivating tales, stunning games, and unforgettable experiences such as those conflicts play out. Must-watch WWE Raw content is on the way. Streaming video, including every episode, expanding upon the thrill and anticipation generated by disputes following the events of SummerSlam, ushered in a fresh era of WWE in which relationships undergo rigorous evaluation, ascendants become champions and decline, and the relentless pursuit of supremacy ends.